Students, a very warm welcome to you once again. In our today's term, we will try to understand what is the meaning of the word deviance. Deviance is actually stands for the word deviation. If there are any kind of rules, norms established in the society and you tend to go away from them, that will be considered as a form of a deviance. To understand the word deviance, let's try to first focus on the word called to be as conformity. What is the meaning of the word conformity? It means conformation to rules, regulations, laws, behavior of the society. And if you are not accepting or conforming to those rules, then what you are actually doing is a condition called as deviance. And a person who does this, they are called to be as a deviant individual. Merton was actually a criminologist. That is why he was trying to understand how the crime is being produced within the society. And from where does he bring? He brings this concept from his theory of social strain. And he says that in the society, there are some established institutionalized means which are present. And then there are some recognized cultural goals that we are having. If any imbalance is there between these means and the goals, different types of deviances are being produced, and therefore he talks about four different types of deviance. And what are these four types? I will just give you those names. In the foundational classes, we will try to understand. The first type of deviance is called to be as an innovative deviance. The second one is called to be as a ritualistic deviance. The third one is a retreatist deviance, and then the last one is a rebellion deviance. And then Merton also tries to explain how is the relationship of the means and the goals. The first one, the means are going to be minus, then the goals will be there. Second, the goals will be means will be established, but the goals will be ignorant. Rejection of the means and the goals. Rejection of the means, new means. Rejection of the goals, new goals. So here, Merton is talking about how the different types of deviances are being produced. What are some of the other views? Emile Durkheim comes and says that deviance is actually important for the society. It is functional for the society. Because if we are not having any deviation, then how are we going to talk about what are the rules and regulations? If somebody commits a deviance, we will come together, we will get some solidarity, we will re-establish those value systems. So he says it is important. Merton comes and says that deviance is actually produced from the structural strain of the society, and there are different types. And then there is a sociologist whose name is Howard Becker. He says deviance is actually produced by giving a bad name to somebody. It is like creating a once you give them a bad name, then they are more likely to commit suicide. Such as Latin Americans, they are called as drug dealers. So Howard Becker is telling this is like a labeling theory that we get to present. On the other hand, there is a sociologist called as Sutherland. He has given a theory called as differentiation actional theory, that why deviance is produced, it is actually produced by the environment. And then there is another sociologist, his name is H. Travis. Travis is trying to tell in any society, strong bonds are there, weak deviance will be there. Weak bonds are there, high deviance will be produced. For example, if you look at a migrant labor, they are having weak bonds, so they are likely to commit crime and deviance. In tribal societies, they are having strong bonds, they are less likely to commit suicide, so they are less likely to commit crime. So deviance is one concept. It has been discussed by different groups of sociologists. At one end, we are having Durkheim, who is trying to say it is good. Merton is telling it's imbalance between the means and the goals. Howard Baker is like it's a bad name given to an individual. Sutherland is trying to tell it is on the environment. Travis is trying to tell it is on the basis of mobility. That's it in today's STD series of deviance. I will see you in the next video with some another term.